Let's hear it for the Blue Team! You can do better than that. Make it nice and loud for the Red Team! And of course, your referee, Brian J-Mac!
Before we get to the second half, I've got a couple announcements for you. I'm going to assume that since you've all been here before, you're already on our email list. Does anyone want to get on our email list who isn't there already? Excellent. We don't need to pass around the clipboards. If I find out that any of you aren't on your email list, though, I'm hunting you down and knocking on your door and telling you everything that's in our email.
That sounds awesome.
I know. We are also on Facebook. If you don't like us yet on Facebook, you can take out your phone right now. I won't even make fun of you for using your phone. Go like us. We'll like you back. Just not on Facebook. We'll just, pat you on the head or whatever. We're also on Twitter, so if you want to follow us on Twitter, you can do that as well. We have all sorts of things going on here at Comedy Sports. This is our Comedy Sports Rec League. If you want to check out the Major League show, that's every Friday at 8 and every Saturday at 7, with an occasional Sunday matinee thrown in for good measure. So check that out. We've also got, if the brown bag ball ain't your thing, if you're more, a little risque. We have IMF, that's our adult improv show, 18 and older only. There is no brown bag fall. That's the second and fourth Saturday of the month at 9:30. So you can come see Comedy Sports or IMF for $10 or see both for $15. Also, coming up at the end of this month, March 30th through April 1st is our 5th annual Comedy Sports Improvathon, where we're doing 49 and a half straight hours of comedy sports. Most of that will be the Major League, but the Rec Leagues are playing a couple shows in there as well. So if you want an all-access pass, those start. You can adult all-access pass is $35, I think, for all 49 and a half hours, or as much as you can take. Those are on sale now, or you can get individual blocks of 2 hours as well. All of that money raised during that event, we're going to have basket raffles and live auctions. All of that money raised is used to send the Buffalo Comedy Sports team to the World Comedy League Championship, this year in Chicago, Illinois, and next year in Buffalo, New York. So jot that down on your calendar as well. July 2013, the world of comedy will be descending on Buffalo, so be ready for that as well. We do classes, we do corporate events, we do birthdays, we do birthday parties, we go out and we make any event more fun and exciting. So if you're looking to spruce up your event, give us a call, we'll help you out with that. Classes, like I said, start May 5th or so. I think it's May 5th. So if this looks like something you want to try, if you're like, hey, I'm totally funnier than that guy in the stripes, I say bring it. You got the intermediate and beginner classes starting up, so check that out as well. All right, you're done listening to me, and I'm done staring at you. So without any further ado, Madam Voice, give us a scoring update as I bring my captains on the wheel.
Absolutely. As we go into the second half, your score is 14-2 in favor of the Red Team.
All right, 14-2. However, you no longer have control. So it gets worse. Don't worry. You're in control of an opening head-to-head game. Would you like to start with?
We're going to start with musical chairs.
Musical chairs. Do you accept?
Yes.
All right. For the game of musical chairs, I need 5 chairs up on the playing field. You remember how musical chairs works. You walk around a circle around the chairs. When the music stops, you sit down. Whoever doesn't get a chair is kicked out of the game. Whoever is left in the last chair at the end of the game will earn 5 big points for the round. Here's the kicker, though. Before a player heads back to the bench, they're going to have to make up a song for you on the spot based on a suggestion of your choice. At the end of this game, you will be awarding 1 fan's choice point for the best songs, so keep that in mind as you watch this game. All right, without any further ado, Madam Voice, some walking around the chairs music, please. Overly dramatic Bill will be singing to you about something that could not possibly hurt you no matter how hard you tried.
Twilight Zone?
The Twilight Zone. I think you don't listen to me. The Twilight Zone. You got good logic. It can't hurt you because it's not real. The Twilight Zone is your suggestion. So Bill will be singing to us about the Twilight Zone. Players, are you ready?
Yes!
Fans, are you ready?
Yes!
Let's give it up for Dan on the keyboards. Dan, are you ready?
Yes.
All right, let's do this.
I come home after school, and what do I see? It's really something cool, and there on my TV. No, it's not Hee-Haw, or no, it's not the Jeffersons. It's my favorite show of all time. It's the Twilight Zone. You go through that scary door, and that things aren't real anymore. Might be a coincidence, but I think it's the Twilight Zone. Oscar, yeah.
I was like, wait, that's not Rod Serling. I get it. All right, Madam Voice, walk around the chairs music. Marilyn will be singing to you about something other than a unicorn that you've never seen. Yoshi! She's singing to us about Yoshi of Mario fame. Charlotte, are you ready?
Yes!
All right. Dan, kick it.
Oh, Yoshi, you're in an egg right now. Can't wait for you to hatch so I can ride you around and catch those crazy Koopas and Goombas and kill Bowser. Oh, Yoshi. Oh, Yoshi. Oh, Yoshi. Yoshi, I cannot wait to ride on you. You're so cute and green, and you're a dinosaur. Oh, Yoshi.
We're getting ready, Charlotte, and kick it.
I like to move it, move it. I like to move it, move it. I like to move it, move it. You like to move it. I like to move it, move it. I like to move it, move it. I like to move it, move it. You like to move it. I like to move it, move it. I like to move it, move it. I like to move it, move it.
Lana will be singing the Battle of the Butts. Lana will be singing to you about something you would never pay to see. From anywhere in this area. Bowling. You're going to be singing to us about bowling, Lana. Bowling. Begin.
Oh, I go down to the alley, and I pick out those horrible shoes, but they'll help me get the stroke down. Although I'm not sure in bowling that's what you do. I leave the pins way down, away from me. And a ball that I cannot lift. But I'm gonna wear my horrible shoes, and I'm gonna walk out like they're my gift. Oh, bowling is one thing I'm bad at, and obviously singing the next.
All right, we're getting rid of a chair. We're getting rid of
doesn't get a chair. 5 big points to the blue team. And begin.
Running all over my chest. I don't work out. I just press it harder. Than I ever did before. Going for the dreams that I have been stored in my mind. But I know.
Katie will be singing to you about, whatever, anything really.
Denver, Colorado.
Denver, Colorado. Katie will be singing about Denver, Colorado. Dan, get us going. We'll be teaming up to sing a duet. It's a duet. A duet about what? What was that? Bubbles? Bubbles. 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 A duet about bubbles. Everyone's all right?
Oh, yeah.
You here for that? All right, Dan, kick us off.
You know, I was thinking about that time back at the playground years ago.
You pulled the swing out from under me.
Yeah, but right before that, when we brought some bubbles from the dive store.
Oh, yeah. That whole dime my grandma gave me right before she died.
I didn't know it was silver.
Oh, well.
Bubbles, they're so round, and made with soap and water and a whole what that weird circle thing is that holds the bubbles?
No.
It doesn't have a name.
It's the one.
The one, that's why.
Forget those bubbles.
That's why she didn't drop out of school.
Small or large, you can fit Dave inside one. Pop it. It's so much fun, funner than pulling chairs out from girls.
Alright. So that means 5 big points to the blue team, but you hold 1 fan's choice point in your hand. Whichever team entertained you more with their songs, 1 big point. And help me count it up from 1 to 3, starting with number 1, 2, 3. Bonus point or pity point, we'll never know. Madam Boys, give us a scoring update as we enter round number 6.
As we enter round number 6, your score is 14-8 in favor of the red team.
Alright, Marky Maker, who would you like to play fast first in round number 6?
We're gonna play.
We're gonna play. What games
Yeah,
like to
we're
play?
gonna play blind line.
Blind line, do you accept?
Yes.
Alright, before the game of blind line, we need to kick the entire team of Wings out of here. So on the count of 3 of them, say goodbye, Wings! 1, 2, 3, goodbye, Wings! Alright, this is the game of blind line. It is now your chance to write the dialogue for this upcoming scene. I'm going to come to you. I'm going to ask for lines of dialogue. They can be lines that you've stolen from plays or movies or books or poetry or songs. But the most fun in this game happens when you come up with your very own lines that you just made up. So I'm going to come out here. I'm going to ask for a line of dialogue.
Frankly, Scarlett, I
Frankly, Scarlett. Close enough. Frankly, Scarlett, I don't give a darn.
I got one.
Yes?
In a world where evil dwells. This is coming up from the prologue, what, right?
Okay. In a world where evil dwells, this is just the prologue, all right? There it is! All right, a line of dialogue from over here.
We will rock you.
We will rock you. We'll go with hey. I don't know how to spell that either. From over here.
Seemed like a good idea 3 seconds ago.
Well, that seemed like a good idea 3 seconds ago.
I got one. I got another one.
I am so excited.
A dark light threatens to corrupt the universe.
Okay, so let's turn this into dialogue. So we need to turn this into something somebody might say. Like that's something the narrator would say, right?
Okay.
Oh, you got this. All right.
Oh, good golly, Miss Lollipop. Look what I just stumbled upon.
Oh, good golly, Miss Lollipop. Look what I just stumbled upon. Did I get that right? Okay. Look what I just stumbled upon. I really want to use that corrupting the universe thing. Somebody take corrupting the universe and turn that into a line of dialogue for me.
Luke, come with me and we'll corrupt the universe.
If I could record that, I would make that my ringtone. Come with me and we'll corrupt the universe. Come with me and we'll corrupt the universe. I'm just going to use leave off the Luke because we're not sure what the character's name will be up here. All right, maybe 2 more.
Here comes the dumbest thing I'm ever going to do.
Excellent. I see what you're doing there. Here comes the dumbest thing I'm ever going to do. And 1 more.
Is that thing contagious?
Is that thing contagious? All right. So obviously the players out there don't know what any of these lines of dialogue are. They're going to come in and they're going to have to use those lines of dialogue in the next scene. Meanwhile, the blue team is going to spread those across the field. But first, we need to get the team in here. So on the count of three, hey, you guys, to a rousing round of applause, starting with number 1, 2, 3. Hey, you guys! From over here, what's your favorite word?
Anti-disestablishmentarianism.
Anti-disestablishmentarianism. All I know about it is it's a long word.
Oh.
So, players, are you ready?
Yes!
Fans, are you ready?
Yes!
Begin.
You know, William, out here we need to maintain the Church of England as the official state religion
Oh, I didn't realize
of the
that
United
boring.
Kingdom.
God, Dad, always going on about religion, jeez.
Well, the new world. I'm a traditionalist, William. Sorry. But like my father used to say to me, here comes the dumbest thing I'm ever going to do!
See, that's the problem. You get so wrapped up in the way that people used to do things, you don't think about how people could do things.
See your point?
Father McCarthy.
Yes?
I have a question. You know, he wants to know if he can run away and marry me, Daddy. He's going to leave the church. Yes.
You're 14.
I proposed to her. I got down on one knee, and I said to her, "We will rock you." And that's when I knew that my heart belonged to him, and him owned me, Daddy. That's when I knew it.
I love a good shout chorus.
You know, in the Bible it says, "Oh, good golly, Miss Lollipop."
Does it ever?
There you go.
People getting married when they're teenagers, cats and dogs living together. This is the problem, which is why we went up to England in the first place. It's like I always say, is that thing contagious?
Love is contagious, William. It is. And you know what? You could do with a good dose of it yourself. Because lately, you're just a sad, sad, lonely guy. Say something. Comfort him, Father. I mean, fiancé. Well, only one thing comes to mind. Come with me, and we'll corrupt the universe.
Yes, I love it! I love it! Father, can we get married together?
All three of us!
Yes, yes, yes!
Later at the first group wedding. We are gathered here today for something very weird. But I'm certain that everyone will sanction this. And from the book of Total Absurdity, passage 7, chapter 1. Well, that seemed like a good idea 3 seconds ago.
We've written our own vows.
Oh, thank goodness.
I'd like to go first.
Okay, honey.
Frankly, Scarlett, I don't give a darn. I would like to say my vows next. In a world where evil dwells, you know, it's just the prologue, right? You are such a romantic. You always say the right things.
I'd like to make my vows too. Well, that seemed like a good idea a minute ago.
That sounds familiar. Let's shoot the red team!
Captain Gray, you now get to challenge the blue team in the game. What would you like to see them play?
Well, I don't think enough bodily fluids have been passed in the first half, so we're going to have to challenge them to spit take.
Spit take, do you accept?
Yes,
This is the game of Spit Take. This is the game that needs no introduction. You'll catch on awfully quickly. For the game of Spit Take, I need a suggestion. What's the funniest thing you've ever seen that wasn't on TV?
Banjos?
Banjos! You're like guitars, but tiny! Banjos is your suggestion. Banjos. So, without any further ado, players, are you ready?
Yes!
Fans, are you ready?
Yes!
Flash Zone, are you ready? Alright, begin.
I am so glad that we're going to that banjo competition next week. I've been practicing my picking.
Awesome. I got a new banjo though, mine broke in half.
Are you kidding me? I bought you that banjo for your 3rd birthday.
Sorry. My brother got it, and he was mad, and he just went...
Forgiveness? I wouldn't forgive her either. No. I definitely wouldn't forgive her. No. And if your brother shows his face here today, he's a dead man. That is. Who do you think you are?
I think I'm her brother. You didn't know she had a brother?
They stole my banjo and they broke it. They did.
They broke your banjo too?
Yes. I thought it was
Yours, I thought it was mine.
That was definitely my banjo. I gave it to
That was my banjo. You stole it from me 20 years ago.
It couldn't have been 20 years ago. You're just... How could it have been? In your womb? Did I steal it in the womb?
It wasn't it! When he was in the womb, his mother played to him every night with that banjo.
Smells funny out here. Why is that?
Water?
Alright, you just saw the blue team with Spit Take, and you saw the red team with something else before that. On the count of 3, we're going to vote red for red, blue for blue, 3 points on the line. Help me count up, starting with number 1, 2, 3. That, boys, is going up to get into our final round of the evening.
Alrighty, as we go into the final round this evening, your score is 14-11 in favor of the red team.
Alright, 14-11 as we head into our final round of the evening. Final round, as always, is Rex's choice. And I choose the game of Back in My Day. Back in My Day. For the game of Back in My Day, I need all the players up on the playing field, please. I'm going to come out to you, I'm going to gather some suggestions, and they're going to tell you what they did back in their day before these things existed. The groan or foul is suspended for this game, because if I hear a groan, a laugh, a boo, applause, anything, I'll toot my whistle, and that team will get a point. If I don't hear anything but this, perfect, I'll say, and that team won't get a point, all right? So to start us off, something that they didn't have 100 years ago. Television, all right, television. So back in my day, we didn't have television, and they'll tell us what they did have instead. Players, are you ready?
Yes!
Fans, are you ready?
Yes!
All right, begin.
Back in my day, we didn't have television. We stared at rocks. Back in my day, we didn't have television, so if you wanted to see some housewives, you had to go down to the local market and watch them shop.
Back in my day, we didn't have television. Instead, we had to go down and watch Shakespeare write.
Back in my day, we didn't have television, so rabbit ears were a delicacy for dinner.
Back in my day, we didn't have television, so that gray dish on top of the house was totally useless.
Back in my day, we didn't have television. We had to DVR the radio.
Back in my day, we didn't have television. We had to deal with reality, not watch it.
Oh. Back in my day, we didn't have television. We had windows. They're square.
Back in my day, we didn't have television, so when I wanted to see VS, I went to church.
Half the people love you, half are never.
How about something they did have 100 years ago? What was that? Pens. Pens.
Back in my day, we didn't have pens. We had to go out to the farm and pluck a feather from the chicken.
Back in my day, we didn't have pens, so our pigs ran wild and free.
Back in my day, we didn't have pens. We had to squeeze a squid right on the paper.
Back in my day, we didn't have pens, see? That means there's no way you're taking me in, copper. Back in my day,
Hurry up.
back in my day, we didn't have pens, nor do we have Penn State College.
Alright, from over here, something you use at your job that's not a computer or a pen? Calculator. Calculator.
Back in my day, we didn't have calculators. We had to count. When you ran out of fingers and toes, well, you just made more children, so you had more to count from.
Back in my day, we didn't have calculators. We sent everybody down there to China for the abacuses.
Back in my day, we didn't have calculators, so Texas Instruments made trombones.
Back in my day, we didn't have calculators. If it was over 10, we just said it was 10.
Back in my day, we didn't have calculators, which means we calculated much sooner.
I get it.
Back in my day, we didn't have calculators. We just had to go I and IB.
Back in my day, we didn't have calculators, so pi was equal to 3.
This is your birthday song. It is very well Julia's birthday today. And now back to our regularly scheduled program.
Back in my day, we didn't have calculators. Whoever had the most heads of their enemies won.
Back in my day, we didn't have calculators, so we had to find X, we just have to point at it.
All right, one more. Dinosaurs. Dinosaurs? Dinosaurs. Back in my day, we didn't have dinosaurs.
Back in my day, we didn't have dinosaurs, and there was no use for dino bombs.
Back in my day, we didn't have dinosaurs, so Fred Flintstone had to find some other animal for the enormous thing of ribs on the side of his car.
Back in my day, we didn't have dinosaurs. We had Yoshis.
Back in my day, we didn't have dinosaurs. We had tried to go out with Sarah Tops.
Back in my day, we didn't have dinosaurs, so we just called it Jurassic World.
Back in my day, we didn't have dinosaurs. So when you wanted a pet, you just sold somebody's kid and tied him to the car.
That time, give it up for your players!
All right, as Madam Voice is telling up the final score, a few thank yous to pass around. First of all, give it up for our house staff out there, Kate and Courtney. Back there on the keys, give it up for Dan. Running the jumbotron tonight, that's Joe. And moving down the music and the microphone, give it up for Robin, Madam Voice. Again, Rec League on the second Thursday of every month, and Major Leagues on the Friday and Saturday of every week. So come on back and see us again and again and again. Every show is different with different players, different games, different little fans with different suggestions. So we never get old. Well, most of us. All right, to heighten the suspense for the final score, please give me a drum roll on your lap, on your stomach, or on the person's head next to you.
All right, loyal fans, tonight's final score, 33-18 in favor of the Red All right, let's give it up for your players tonight. Katie Berger. Bill